Hi, and a warm welcome back to this episode. My experience today was a very special one, and I'm wondering whether you had something similar as well. You know, the feeling when you have planned something and you are really, really looking forward to that, and then something happens in between, and your logical brain tells you it makes sense to squeeze this other plan in, but your heart really goes into this sadness almost, but also into rebelliousness maybe. And it really doesn't want to get around and doesn't want to accept it. So this is exactly what happened to me. So today I'm going to talk about how to use an effective tool and to get this thinking around and to maybe even find a win-win situation. So sharing from my own experience that I just had today, and hopefully it can help you or someone else or someone you know. That would be already a fantastic way of knowing that there is a little ripple effect to this. It's like sharing is caring, right? And so we continue on that stream. So thank you. Thank you for tuning in, and let's get started.
Hello, and a warm welcome to my podcast show, Your Fertility Counselor. I'm your host, Tanya Fessler, and together we will dive into all things fertility, offering support, expert insights, and practical evidence-based advice for anyone navigating their fertility journey. So grab a cup of tea and make yourself comfortable. Let's get started.
So I had it all laid out that this morning I had set my alarm clock really early because I wanted to do some exercise. I wanted to jump out of bed, and then I wanted to walk in the botanic gardens and followed by a cappuccino and treat myself with a nice little croissant at my favorite coffee shop. But as life is very normal to everyone, yesterday I felt really, really dizzy. And so I decided to see my osteopath, who is an amazing person and who treated me. And despite her magical treatment, I felt slightly better, but not to the point that I could say, okay, the dizziness went away for good. And so she highly recommended to see an ENT specialist. So I make a few calls, and the only ENT specialist that has time was for today at 9:30 in the morning, which completely clashes with my own little plan of going for a walk and followed by a coffee catch up, even with a friend. And so I was quite shattered and really started to feel sad about it last night when I went to bed, because my heart was like, why is this happening? And why are you doing this? We had such a great plan and I was really looking forward to that. And I was so happy and looking forward to that. And my logical brain was like, this is dizziness. The osteopath couldn't help you. So let's go and get this checked out. And I really had this incredible dilemma between my logical brain and my heart. And so I decided this morning to just write it down, at least to get it out of my system because it was so bothering me. So I'm setting the timer of 20 minutes and I start writing in my journal. And I write and write and write about this dilemma of my heart and my brain. And all of a sudden, I can feel how my thinking and my writing is shifting, because I really brought in like a conscious parenting method or approach to this, so that my little one or my heart or whatever you want to call it got acknowledged. So the wording was as such, hey, yeah, this is frustrating. I completely understand you, because I know how much you have been looking forward to this and how much you treasure a walk in the Botanic Gardens and having a treat at your favorite coffee shop. So I completely understand that having a 9:30 appointment is not fun and it clashes with your plan. So then my little one goes on and shares about like, yeah, I really wanted to do this and I felt really sad and frustrated about this unplanned appointment. And so the two of them start to have this conversation and start the sentence with, what if? What if we were to find a solution or an approach to actually create a win-win? How could that possibly look like? So I'm talking about 6:30 in the morning, and I'm diving deeper into this conversation of what if. My first approach was, so what if I just canceled the doctor's appointment? So immediately my parent me was like, I don't think that's a really great idea because, you really feel dizzy and you really should actually check out your ears and be grateful you got an appointment. I mean, it's really difficult to get an appointment last minute. So my little one goes, yeah, but I really still want to go for a walk and a coffee. So what if we can actually create a win-win situation, meaning that we can go for a walk, we can go for a coffee, and we can even be on time for your doctor's appointment. So what would that mean in a practical sense? So if I have to be there at 9:30, I would need to leave the coffee place by 8:50, and that means I need to leave my place by at least 7:30 so that I can actually get through the Botanic Gardens and into the coffee place, get my cappuccino and my treat, and then go for the appointment. And it was all figured out in 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, my energy completely shifted. My thinking shifted, my energy shifted. Suddenly, I was really excited about that appointment because I felt that I was paying attention to what I really needed to see happening as well. So my little one was jumping with joy. My heart was pounding, and it was like with joy and with happiness. And I felt really, really happy and looking forward to this day. And I'm sharing this with you because all of this I could have done last night before going to bed, but I'm actually really grateful that I still managed to do my journal this morning, early morning, that I got up on time and took the time to shift my whole energy, my thinking, my planning within 20 minutes. So if you have any situation in life, a conversation, or a planning clash, or anything else that you feel it's in your way, and that you feel there is a dilemma between your brain, like your logical thinking, and your heart, your inner child, this might be a really, really very powerful tool to use. So I hope there was something in there. And if you find it helpful, maybe you want to share it with a friend, with someone you know that is close to you, that you care, because sharing is caring. And with that, I wish you a wonderful week ahead and a happy day, happy shifting, hopefully into a good and positive energy for you. And see you soon. See you next week. Bye.
Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Fertility Counselor podcast. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. If you need support or have any questions, reach out to us via email at inquiries@counselingconnects.com. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Fertility Connects. We'd love to hear from you. If you want to learn more about us and the services we offer, head to www.fertilityconnects.com. And if you're looking for support beyond fertility, visit www.counselingconnects.com. Take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.